Hey all, welcome to the Weekly Bites. Today is April 25th, 2019. We have a lot of news to cover, so let's dive in. On Tuesday, Intel announced their Coffee Lake Refresh CPUs, aka their 9th generation Core CPUs. Among them, a 65-watt Core i9-9900 CPU with 8 cores and 16 threads with an MSRP of about $439 US. A general rule of thumb for this upcoming generation is the Core i9s have 8 cores and come with hyperthreading. The Core i7s have 8 cores, no hyperthreading. The i5s, 6 cores, no hyperthreading. The i3s, 4 cores, no hyperthreading. Then we get into the grotesque, the Pentium Golds. I know Pentium is still a brand. Who knew? Who cared? Anyways, Pentium Golds give you 2 cores and hyperthreading, so 4 threads, and then Celerons, and again, I don't believe that the Celeron brand still exists, but anyways, 2 cores, no hyperthreading. Samsung announced this week that the Galaxy Fold would be delayed by up to a month while they work to resolve display issues discovered by reviewers around the world. Whether it be the screen film protector that looked like it was removable and reviewers damaged the screen by trying to remove it, or just apparently regular use that caused the screens to fail, either partially or completely. Either way, Samsung's going to work on documentation for end users and making the inside foldable display more robust. A couple of big dates are coming up. May 7th. Google I/O 2019. Among the many announcements that we can expect are improved AI in a data center and a definite peek at Android Q and new features coming out from Google for Android. But I think the more interesting things, and a break from tradition over the last few years at least, is we're expecting the Google Pixel 3a to be announced and launched at Google I/O, along with the now newly branded Nest Home Hub Max. So we'll see what comes out of that, and also apparently the Google Assistant Connect, which will be an interesting new little functionality, I think, but we'll have to wait to hear more. Anyways, in other news, the next launch event is May 14th from OnePlus, where we can expect to see the OnePlus 7 and the OnePlus 7 Pro. I think we've got a good idea of what the features will be. Generally, probably a Snapdragon 855 chip, and I would guess a standard 6 gig, maybe even standard 8 gigs of RAM, but we'll have to wait and see. Certainly, the display looks interesting in the press promo. As May draws closer, so too does the Windows 10 May 2019 update. It's the first update where Windows and Microsoft went ahead and updated the hardware spec requirements for Windows. A very minor change in the CPU requirements. I think they dropped a couple low-end CPUs from the supported CPUs, but again, watch out, beware. Treat this update with caution like we have treated every other Windows 10 update, because the last few have been recalled and been buggy, so be careful. In line with rumors that Nvidia is launching a new Shield and Shield TV in May, Nintendo Switch is supposedly getting a refresh in June. We can expect to see probably a new CPU, maybe some improved graphics, but certainly I wouldn't expect any new functionality. This is just a hardware refresh, probably to make it more power efficient and make games smoother. For those of you who wanted a nostalgic game, Mortal Kombat 11 has come out this week. It launched a couple days ago. Certainly, I remember spending many hours in the mid-90s playing Mortal Kombat on the console. I don't know if I'm going to like this, but I'm going to give it a try. For those of you who can't be bothered to create a secure password, shame on you. 123456 has topped the list of most used passwords yet again. It's 2019. I pulled a random graphic off the internet, and as you can see, that password topped the list in 2016, I believe that says up there. 3 years, and nothing's changed. And the number 2 password this year is again 123456789. Really creative, people. You know what? If you have trouble creating a secure password that, is 8 characters long, I suggest using a passphrase. So a memorable phrase that you can use instead of a password. It'll meet the requirements of minimum length of 8 characters. If you include a number in it, it'll meet the complexity requirements of uppercase, lowercase, and a number. You're set. So instead of using 123456 or, some weird spelling of Bytesector with numbers instead of letters, maybe I love to review technology and replace the TO with the number 2. There you go. You've got a long, secure password that's infinitely better than 9 sequential numbers. Sony released their whopping 98-inch 8K TV. They announced the pricing. Don't even get me started. It's part of the brand new Master Series Z9G series, and while the 85-inch smaller version of that series comes in at a whopping $13,000 US, the 98-inch display will set you back $70,000. Incredible. For 13 inches, the price goes up $57,000. If I had $70,000, I think I'd go out and buy 4 85-inch 8K displays, put them up on my wall, give myself 170 inches of display, and it'd only cost me, what? I think, I'm doing the math here, sorry, $52,000 US? So I'd walk away with $18,000 left in my pocket, and I'd have way more real estate. I don't know why companies like Samsung and Sony continue to price their top-end maximum size displays tens of thousands of dollars above, the one just below it that ranges between 3 and 13 inches smaller. It doesn't make sense. Mind-boggling. And lastly, in a strange but very cool category, researchers at a Belgian university have designed a 2D print that makes you virtually invisible to AI image recognition technology and object recognition in images. As shown in the sample image, AI can recognize objects in the image, but the person holding this 2D print is invisible. They do not get identified as an object in the image. It's called the patch, and I could see myself printing that on my next t-shirts so that when I walk around in public, the camera systems and AI systems behind them have a little more trouble recognizing me and putting a face to a name. Anyways, guys, that's it for the Weekly Bites. Thanks for tuning in. We'll have more for you later. Have a great day. Thanks for watching today's video. If you didn't like it, you know what to do. Give us a thumbs down. Leave us a comment below letting us know what we can improve for next time. But if you did like it, give us a thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the bell beside it so that you get notified the next time we post a video. Don't forget to follow us on social media. We're on Twitter, Facebook, and LinkedIn. Have a great day, and we'll see you all next time.